Yo, what's up? Who's ready for that Danny Garcia fight? We got what, 3 more days for that Danny Garcia fight? I mean, I've been a fan of him, but lately, look like they put a microphone in his face and he's been talking out of his ass. I don't know if you guys saw that. This right here, guy's talking about. He's trying to come up with excuses why he lost to Errol Spence. Well, you know how long that was ago? And Errol Spence was the one coming off that accident where it looked like he might have lost his life. And he wasn't the one using excuses, but you're the one trying to use excuses now? So you know what I'm saying, Danny Garcia? I had respect for you, man. I got respect for you, man. But why are you talking out of your ass like that, man? All these years later. All these years later, man. This guy trying to come up with excuses like that. I was 50%. Bro, you know that Errol Spence was probably less than that? Like, this motherfucker didn't even come up with these excuses when the fight happened, man. Like, just because they put a microphone in your fucking face, now you're going to come up with those excuses? Because you got a fight coming up and it's fight week. So I'm like, come on, man. That's weak. That's some weak sauce right there, man. What kind of shit is that? It's fucking weak. Weak. What the fuck are you talking about? You know, but he's using an excuse that the reason why he lost to Errol Spence, but he's also giving props to Errol Spence because they asked him who he thought was going to win in a potential upcoming fight between Crawford and Errol Spence, and he chose Errol Spence because he's the bigger fighter and more consistent with his output. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like, he's just taking it all in because they're putting a microphone in his face. It's fight week, so he's taking a lot all in. And he don't even know what he's doing. He don't even know that he probably don't even realize how stupid he's coming across, like coming up with excuses. He's doing the Manny Pacquiao, weak ass fucking excuses after losing. So yeah, I mean, this fight's pretty good. It's a good triple header. I mean, we got Danny Garcia, Jose Benavidez Jr. Both of them fighting at 154. We haven't seen them there. It's a new weight class for both of them. So it's a good fight. I mean, and they made it a 12-round fight, even though obviously it's not a world title fight. So they made it a 12-round fight because it's the main event, and it's a triple header on Showtime. So that's good. And then on the co-main event, we got Adam Kaunaki. So you got Adam Kaunaki. We'll see where he's at, too, after being knocked out and losing twice to Helenius, the heavyweight division. So that's a good co-main event. And then the one before that is Gary Antoine Russell. He's one of the Russell brothers that is going to carry over that name because, Gary Russell Jr. just lost to Mark Maxayo, and like he's out of the picture. So the one's going to be carrying the name is going to be probably this guy, Gary Antoine Russell. And then he's fighting Rances Barthélemy. It's a former world champion, so it's a good fight. There's a triple header coming up. And then on the fights before that on Showtime, we got the Showtime fights on YouTube. We got J-Rock right there. You can see right there. I'm showing you right there. You can see it on the screen. We got Julian Williams. So it's a good night of boxing. It's just like a little warm-up before we get into September because September got the better fights. July was kind of like a cool-off period because we had a lot of good-ass fights, man. Unifications, undisputed fights throughout June, May, April, March, all those fucking months. It was like consecutive months. We're like just kicking ass. And then this one, July, it's kind of like a cool-off period. So, it's pretty good. Boxing stayed busy. A few fights here and there. But kind of cooled off. But it's going to start heating up again. August and September. So yeah, I was like, from all these fights in June, I mean in July, this month, they weren't that exciting. There wasn't so many big names, and this one's a pretty good one right here. Danny Garcia, he's a big name. But yeah, I was kind of turned off by those remarks and those things he was saying this week by making excuses why he lost to Errol Spence. It's like, bro, there's no need for that shit, bro. You got respect, man. People got respect for you, man. They're gonna have respect for you. They're gonna have it because you have put in the work. They put in the work. I mean, he has put in the work, man. Just check it out, man. Look at what he has been through, man. Look at his resume. Look at who he has fought, man. The guy has fought everybody, man. You didn't have to go. You didn't have to resort to these weak ass Manny Pacquiao excuses, man. After losing a fucking fight. Look at that shit, man. We're going deep into his fucking record, like way back. Fought fucking Nate Campbell back in 2011. Kendall Holt, Eddie Morales, Amir Khan, Eddie Morales again, Sab Judah, Lucas Matisse. Remember that one, Lucas Matisse fight? Remember that shit? Not you guys remember that shit. That's when supposedly he was fucking scared, man. Like, oh, Lucas Matisse was gonna destroy him and this and that. He fucking proved everybody fucking wrong on that one. You got fucking Lamont Peterson, Paulie Malignaggi, Robert Guerrero, Keith Thurman, Brandon Rios, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, bro. Danny Garcia, man, has one of the best fucking resumes ever, man. He has a better he lost a lot of those fights. Well, he lost 3 of them. And then, one of them, it looked like he clearly lost against Mauricio Herrera. He had an off night. But he has fought everybody, man. And remember when they were going around and putting all those cherries on his comments, on the comments in his social media platforms? And they were fucking putting cherries. Like, bro, this fool has fought the best, man. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, there was no need for that shit, man. To be coming up with these weak ass excuses, man. Like, nah, no need for that. So yeah, that's what made him look bad. Coming in with these weak excuses. I mean, you got an upcoming fight, get back fight, trying to get back in the mix of things. New weight division, and you coming up with these stupid ass fucking headlights, man. Stupid ass excuses. It's just weak, man. It's weak sauce right there. We got everyone's favorite coming up after this Danny Garcia fight. Everyone's favorite. It's your boy. That's the man right there, right? Jake Paul. I'm looking forward to this fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. Like, I don't care either way. If he fucking gets knocked out, he loses, or he knocks out the other guy, it's still gonna look good. The guy is only fighting his 6th professional fight, and this is his first fight ever fighting a professional fighter, a real fighter, like they say, a real boxer. And the guy's 12-1. The one he's fighting is a heavyweight, is a bigger fighter. So it could go either way. It could go either way. Either he kicks ass and he looks good and he shuts everybody up, temporarily, not forever. They're still gonna have it. They're still gonna have it. There's gonna be shit talking regardless, because it's Jake Paul. He's earned it. He talks a lot of shit. He's cocky. But I mean, if he wins, shuts some people up. Like, I beat a real boxer. This is my first fight ever against a real boxer, right? And I beat a real boxer. A boxer with amateur background. A boxer in the professional rankings as 12-1. So, I mean, the haters ain't gonna look at it like that. They're not gonna look at it that way. They're gonna still hate, but it's gonna be impressive. to the ones that are neutral, like me. I don't care. And then it could go the other way. It could go like he gets knocked out, he loses, and everybody's gonna be like, "I told you, I fucking told you." The minute that he faced a real boxer, the minute that he faced a real fighter, boom, he's out, he's done. He was nothing but a hype job. There you go. Simple as that. So it could go either way. I think it's gonna be good entertainment. So I mean, there's not gonna be nothing else really going on that weekend. We got earlier in that day. It's gonna be in Ireland. It's gonna be that the return of Michael Conlan. Oh my bad. Oh my bad. I'll take that shit back. We're gonna have Virgil Ortiz Jr. coming back that night on the zone. That's gonna be for free because the Jake Paul fight's gonna be pay-per-view. So okay. We're gonna have something else. Like I'm gonna be like most of everybody, man. I'm not gonna be buying that shit. I'm not gonna buy it at all. The Jake Paul fight, I ain't buying it. But I got my illegal streams where I'll watch that shit for free in HD, clear as day. So I'll be watching it, but I forgot we got Virgil Ortiz that night. It was a little comeback. He was supposed to fight last time. He got sick. He didn't fight, so it's been a while. And he's fighting against that same opponent that he pulled out of. So, we got Virgil Ortiz to look forward to. And I mean, it's for free. That one's going to be for free. It's going to be on the zone. So, okay. Pretty good night of boxing. So like I said, July was kind of like an off period. There weren't that many exciting fights. And it's going to start getting heated. It's going to start burning up, man. August, September, all the good fights are coming in. October, watch. Just watch. It's going to start getting better and better. So there we go. We're going to start off next week. Danny Garcia this weekend. It's a good triple header. Errol Spence and then Virgil Ortiz. And then we got that same month, we got that rematch between Usyk and Anthony Joshua. It's going to start getting better. So what's up with this guy, man? Conor Benn. I'm talking about he's going to fight Chris Eubank Jr. Supposedly he already started training. We'll see. We'll see how that fight plays out. I heard that it's definitely going to be a catch weight, but I heard that Conor Benn is trying to put a rehydration clause on Eubank Jr. So it's like, come on, man. Come on, man. You're going to starve him, and then on top of that, he can't rehydrate comfortably. So we'll see what happens with that one. Yeah, then we got some more drama going on back and forth on Twitter between the great almighty Jake Paul and Mr. KSI. Some of this shit is like childish. Nobody want to hear about it. So I'm just scrolling through my shit. The only reason I bring it up, but yeah, they've been going back and forth. It's like, come on, man. KSI, you see, that's the true YouTuber. I feel like Jake Paul is already the real boxer. He's going to prove it this weekend, watch it. Not this one, the next one. I feel like he's going to end up winning. All right, so we got this one added to the undercard of Canelo versus Triple G. So, it's shaping up to be all right. I still don't think it's a badass undercard. Like, whatever. By throwing this one in there, it's like, Rosado. He's got a name. That's about it. But it's not like badass fights. But it doesn't matter. Canelo Triple G is gonna fucking give us another badass fight, like the first two. Badass fight. Might be fight of the year. You never know. So it doesn't really fucking matter. The undercard doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck what it is? Throw Rosado in there. I don't know who the fuck else they threw in there. Let me see if I keep scrolling. Probably comes out. It's like, I think it's meaningless. It's all about the Triple G Canelo fight. That's what it's all about. And we got right here Anthony Joshua trying to pump himself up and shit, thumping his chest, like kind of like, bro, calm the fuck down with this shit. We already know you're weak ass, you're weak minded, talking about like I need to be this and I need to be that. I need a new trainer. I need to train over here. I need to fight over there. Like motherfuckers all over the place, man. You ain't tough. You ain't tough. We'll see what happens. I feel like Usyk is gonna end up getting robbed. That's what's gonna happen. Look at this weak ass one. Yeah, this last Friday, man, we had this one, man. It was terrible. I mean, we already know how dangerous it is for boxing, and man, we hear all the time boxers losing their lives, but this one, he lost it while sparring, man. So it's fucked up. You don't really hear about that. He was sparring. There's two knockdowns that he suffered in sparring, and he never really recovered, and he died. So a lot of people are thinking and saying in the comments that it was like due to hard sparring. You don't know that shit. You don't know that shit. The only reason you're saying that is because he suffered two knockdowns during sparring. You don't know why the fuck he went down those two times. Maybe he already had that brain bleed and he was already dealing with that brain bleed. And that's the reason why he went down those two times in sparring. Like he was probably already coming into sparring with that fucked up brain bleed. His brain wasn't all there. And that's the reason. You don't know that shit. Nobody knows that shit, man. You don't know if it was hard sparring or not. So it's just people talking out of their ass. And I seen comments like that. And it's usually people like racist people because this guy's black and he's from Nigeria and talking out of their ass like that. Like, come on, man. You don't know shit, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Just because the guy went down twice in sparring, that means what? They were going too hard? And fuck that if they were going too hard. So what? It happens all the time. It's just be sympathetic about it, man. It's fucked up that he died. Don't focus on shit like that and try to be negative, man, and trying to talk your shit. It's fucked up. The guy lost his life, man. Only 18 years old. You ain't got to be negative and be talking to your shit. All right, so I'm looking forward to this one right here, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are. It keeps looking like it's going in that direction. It just keeps looking like it's going in that direction. I hope it is. Because, I mean, the guy fucking lost 2 world titles already after being undisputed. Josh Taylor becomes undisputed and he loses 2 of the world titles. And that's what everybody was saying. That he was ducking Catterall. But, in fact, if he ends up fighting Catterall, it's going to look like that's what happened. He ended up losing those 2 world titles just to get the fight with Catterall. So at the end, it might look like he was actually searching for that fight, the one that everybody was saying that he's ducking. So hopefully it gets done. A lot of times, we see a lot of these reports being brought up and they're bullshit. Nothing happens and they were just rumors. So hopefully, but I mean, this was being reported by Boxing Scene, so they're pretty good. So I'm hoping that it is going in that direction, and I want to see this fight badly. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do, and I'm sure it's going to happen again over there in Josh Taylor's hometown, home country of Scotland. So I don't know, man. A lot of people thought it was a robbery, the first one. If it's going to happen in this country again, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But it's a good fight. Wow. What do we got here? Look at that. I mean, if you're going to put a comparison with Ryan Garcia, any motherfucking fighter that has become a world champion in the past is going to look good. This motherfucker is an underachiever, man. Ryan Garcia, man. He's going to turn 24 years old already in August. Has been talking out of his ass over and over for years. pulling out of fights over and over, passed on world title fights like Devin Haney. And yeah, look at that stat right there. How many bouts has he ever gotten? Zero. Zero world title fights. Like, bro, he's nothing but a talker. Nothing but a fucking talker. That's all he does. Nothing but a talker. So there you go, right there. I mean, this graphic right here is not like to really make Oscar De La Hoya look like oh my god, unbelievable. Like I said, man, everybody's gonna look unbelievable when you put the stats next to fucking Ryan Garcia. He has never accomplished anything. All he does is talk out of his ass. That's all he does. Qué vergüenza, era nomás. Pinche Chávez. Era nomás se pasa de verga el pinche Chávez. Era nomás. Era nomás. La pinche vergüenza que les gustaba darle carrilla al Canelo. Y cada vez que peleaba el Canelo con quien sea, siempre decían que el pinche Canelo peleaba con puros valemadres y que el siguiente contrincante del Canelo iba a ser el Jorge Kawagi. ¿Por qué? Porque Jorge Kawagi, ya yo sé que se han dado cuenta. Los videos y todo, es una vergüenza ese güey, es todo como un cinema, como una película, todas las pinches peleas de ese güey, el Kawagi. Y así les gustaba a todos los pinches Canelo haters, anticanelos, darle carril al Canelo, que según con el que iba a pelear, era de la categoría del Kawagi. Y era nomás lo que salió. El Kawagi peleando contra peleadores que el Chávez peleaba. Pinche vergüenza. Entre más se le investiga la carrera del pinche Chávez, más pinches vergüenzas como estas siguen saliendo. Y según se las quieren aventar al Canelo, no mames. Canelo es de los mejores. El Canelo es que se la rifa con los mejores. De a pechito se aventa a todos los chingones. Ya nomás las pinches pendejadas. De rato aparte el Chávez era contra el Kawagi, pero con un pinche contrincante que el Kawagi le ganó en el primer round y el gran poderoso el Chávez era hasta el tercer round. Ay, no mames. Pero sigan hablando del Canelo, mira, las pendejadas que salen. Puras pinches. Estos son hechos. Estos ni siquiera son memes, no son memes. Estas son realidades, son hechos. Pinche vergüenza. Para que sigan hablando del Canelo ahí está. Pinches anticanelistas, guangos. Ya no sé ni qué decir los güeyes. Well, it looks like we got Mike Tyson taking sides. He's choosing. So a lot of the UK fans, they don't like this. Because all the fucking UK fans, either if you're a Anthony Joshua fan or Tyson Fury fan, you fucking hate Deontay Wilder. And I don't know. I don't know how much you can say about this, but I kind of agree with him. I don't like to agree with Mike Tyson, but I don't think Anthony Joshua stands a chance against fucking Tyson Fury. Ugh. I give more fucking chances of winning to Usyk against fucking Tyson Fury than AJ. I feel like this fight is gonna end up being made. Why? Because I feel like AJ is gonna rob Usyk. Just watch. He just signed a long-term contract with DAZN. They have plans for AJ. They have plans for AJ. Usyk, man, I feel bad. They're just gonna fucking do him wrong. They're gonna rob him. Watch. And this is gonna be a big ass domestic fight. They're gonna set up the fucking AJ versus Fury fight in the UK. It just sells more than Usyk versus Tyson Fury. I feel bad, man. I feel like and this is gonna be bad for boxing. It's gonna be a black eye. It's gonna look bad, but they're not gonna give a fuck, and they're gonna go. They're gonna go with it because this is what makes money. I feel like this is what's gonna make money. They got big plans for him. Just watch. Here comes that robbery. Here we go. That's the one waiting right there. This is the one waiting. If that fight goes down, Errol Spence versus Crawford, this is going to be the one waiting for the fucking winner. And are we going to get him in the mix against the winner? Who knows? Because, I mean, who knows how tough that fight's going to be? If that fight is really tough, which it probably is going to be, Errol Spence versus Crawford, and we get a narrow decision, most likely it's going to be a rematch, probably a trilogy. And this guy's just going to keep on waiting. Well, he's not going to just stand around and wait. He has to stay active. So we'll see who the fuck he fights next. But I feel like this is the guy that needs to fight the winner when we finally get a clear winner. If they ever fucking fight. We're still waiting for that fucking announcement by Errol Spence and fucking Crawford. We are still waiting and waiting and waiting. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what we're doing right there. Just gonna keep on waiting, waiting, waiting. Yeah, then we got Andy Ruiz now talking about, and AKA El Butterbean, Andy Ruiz talking about after his fight with Luis Ortiz that, overlooking Luis Ortiz already. Like, talking like he's gonna beat him. Who knows who the fuck's gonna win that fight, man? Luis Ortiz is already 43 years old, but he ain't an old 43. The only person he's ever lost to was Wilder. You know, that's the best right there. But yeah, he's talking about Andy Ruiz is talking about looking past Luis Ortiz, talking about fighting Wilder. That'll be a good fight, easy fight to be made. That's what he's talking about. I mean, that fool is undersized, man. And then he keeps losing weight. Andy Ruiz, I mean, he stands no chance against Wilder, man. Andy Ruiz will get knocked the fuck out by Wilder. You seen that fight? His last fight against Areola? Andy Ruiz against Areola? Old ass washed up Areola. That motherfucker had him on the canvas, man. I don't know how many times. I mean, what might have kept him up in the past was his size, because he was, little short, fat fool. Andy Ruiz, he's even been losing that. He's been losing weight. So he don't even have that to keep him up anymore. I'm thinking that's what it was, because fucking Ariola dropped his ass multiple times. So I mean, it looks stupid by Andy Ruiz even thinking ahead, and just thinking past Luis Ortiz like he's gonna beat him. And then on top of that, you're talking about Wilder, man. Wilder, man, we seen the heart he got, man. He keeps coming like the Terminator, man. And he still got that power, man. That power is the last thing to go, man. Little El Butterbean, Andy Ruiz, he's gonna get knocked the fuck out by Wilder. Don't even talk about Wilder, man. Focus on your fight against Luis Ortiz, because you might not even win that one. Who knows? He might, but Wilder, shit, get the fuck out of here with. Come on, man. Don't talk out of your ass, man. But you know how it is. It's like Danny Garcia. They put a microphone in his face. It's fight week, so everybody, the whole fucking boxing media, is putting microphones and interviews in their face, so they say anything that comes to their fucking minds. Like Danny Garcia when he said recently with that shit that he was 50% against Errol Spence. It's like, bitch, please. So that's what's happening right here with fucking Andy Ruiz. He had that fucking press conference with that upcoming fight with Ortiz. So, they're putting microphones in his face, interviews, and talking out of his ass. So that's what happens. I'm telling you, that's what happens. Look at that's a good example about Danny Garcia, man. You didn't really hear him talking too much this whole time because he didn't have a fight scheduled. Got a fight scheduled this fight week, and they got so many interviews, and they put microphones on their face, and they say outlandish things. They talk out of their ass. So that's what's happening. It was that press conference for Andrew Ruiz against fucking Ortiz, and that's what happened. Talking out of his ass. But don't fuck with Wilder, man. Who knows if he comes back, but don't call him out, man. He's gonna knock your ass out. Then we got Pupu Andrade. What's up with Pupu Andrade? Demetrius Andrade. What's up with that fool, man? It's just making those weak ass fucking interviews after he got a mandatory coming up, Janabek, for the WBO. As soon as that got ordered, he goes out there and gets a homie to point a camera at him, and he starts calling out fucking Chris Eubank Jr. Like, bro, that's like, hey, what are you doing, man? What the fuck is that? And then he starts talking about there's all this money involved, and we're both superstars. It's like, damn, bro, what kind of drugs have you been doing, man? Like, talk about talking out of your ass, man. The fuck money for what? Where'd you get that money from? What? Superstars? Who the fuck are you talking about? Superstars, man. Maybe Eubank Jr. might be a superstar over in the UK, but you considering yourself a superstar? Demetrius Andrade? Shut the fuck up. Weird ass fucking interview he made himself, man. Just got a homie. He was probably getting all fucked up drunk over the weekend and just got a homie to, hey, you got a camera, bro? Come on, let's go. And they go made they recorded themselves talking in the middle of the street, and like motherfucker was slurring his fucking words and like, what? And then we got Danny Garcia talking about, I mean, I applaud him for having the ambition that he has. Like, he's trying to get back in the mix of things. He's talking about trying to become a three-division world champion. Because, yeah, he's fighting on his third division, I think, ever. Or, well, at least in a division that he's never been a world champion. And, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's cool and everything. But I don't know if he's going to be a world champion again. Especially, like, right now, the undisputed world champion right there at 154 is, undisputed Charlo. Danny Garcia is not going to beat that Charlo. No, he's not. He's not going to beat any Charlo. The other one's too big. So I'm like, I mean, it's good. He has he has those goals and ambition. What else is he going to say? What else is he going to say? I'm just going to 154 pounds to, just fuck around, bro. No, he's going to say that. He's trying to be a world champion in that weight class too, but unlikely. I mean, the only way that I see that he might become a world champion at that weight class is that undisputed Charlo, vacates his belts and he moves up in weight, or he ends up losing, and then the other one that beats him, Tim Zoo, doesn't hold on to all the weight, all the fucking world titles, because you know how it is, politics or whatever. They enforce different kind of mandatories that your promotion ain't willing to pay for, and you don't stick with those mandatories, and you end up losing world titles. Look at Josh Taylor. He was just undisputed, and he just lost two world titles. So I feel like that's the only way that Danny Garcia might become a world champion again. If one of those world titles, undisputed Charlo loses, gets stripped, vacates or whatever, and they end up in the hands of somebody that's not that good. And Danny Garcia ends up fighting for that vacant or whatever, you know? So it's the only way that I see it happening. But right now, the way that the landscape is, the way everything's out, the way that everything's set out, like who the fuck are you gonna win to be a world champion at 154? It ain't gonna beat Charlo. You're not gonna beat him. There's no regular WBA title at 154. So I mean, who the fuck you gonna try to go beat somebody that has the IBO? Because I don't think Undisputed Charlo has the IBO. Try to go win that one and try to call yourself an world champion. That's what Eubank Jr. did. He's called himself the world champion by winning the IBO. I forgot where he won it. IBO he won it at 160, I think. So I mean, there's different ways to call yourself a world champion like that. Look for the WBA regular like Stank Davis. Look for the IBO like Eubank Jr. Shit like that. Yeah, Rafael Reyes is talking about Garcia is too small for 154. Couldn't handle 147. Won't do anything at this weight. I mean, I kind of agree with you and disagree with you on that. He he was a world champion at 147. Not you can't say he couldn't handle 147. He became a world champion. So, but yeah, he became a world champion at 147, kind of like the way that I said that he could end up becoming a world champion again at 154, kind of like if the right opponent is right there, you know what I mean? I think it was a vacant title at 147 against shit, who was it? Robert Guerrero, I think it was. So, see what I mean? That's the way he could end up being a world champion again. It's got to be the right opponent, a vacant titles, shit like that. The way it is right now, no, he's not gonna beat fucking undisputed Charlo or even Tim Zoo. If Tim Zoo beats fucking undisputed Charlo, fucking that means fuck he's even better. So no, he's not gonna beat him either. So I mean, you never know. That's what I'm trying to say. You never fucking know. There's ways. There's ways. Yeah, let me look that shit up. When did fucking Danny Garcia become a world champion at 147? You see, I was right. It was in 2016. Robert Guerrero versus Danny Garcia for the vacant WBC welterweight title. It must have been, I think it must have been one of those world titles that Mayweather gave up when he retired. Because this fight was in 2016 in January, and Mayweather retired at the end of 2015 and just gave up all his belts because he retired. So that's what happened. So you see what I'm talking about? It's the same scenario. The only way that I see him becoming a world champion at 154, if undisputed Charlo loses his belts, this guy comes in and swoops one of those titles. Then we got Keith Thurman, man. A lot of people talking about Keith Thurman. I feel like Keith Thurman is like the if that fucking fight that we're all waiting for, Crawford versus Errol Spence, doesn't happen. I feel like Keith Thurman is in play. He's gonna be the scapegoat, like for either one of those fighters to go fight next. I feel like it's gonna be more for like Crawford because if that fight doesn't get done, Spence is going to be forced to fight the mandatory WBA. I think the WBA regular world titleist and Hermanutis. I forgot his name. That guy. Hermanutis. I forgot. He's European. I think it's kind of hard to pronounce his name. So I feel like it's going to end up being Keith Thurman versus probably Crawford. And I mean, dude, that's going to be some fucking bullshit, man. Imagine we've been patient, quiet, waiting for that fight to happen, and we think it's being negotiated. And at the end, we don't get it. And on top of that, we get these fools fighting these other fucking other fighters. Like, oh my God. It might happen, man. You never know. You never know. I feel like Golden Boy Promotions just it's gonna go in that direction too. Like, talking out of their ass. Like they won that fight with Gervonta. Gervonta too on this side. They're gonna just end up killing the fight. Each one is gonna do something to kill the fight. And at the end, we're gonna see fucking matchups that we didn't even want to see instead of them fighting each other. We'll probably end up seeing Ryan Garcia versus Montana Love or fucking Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz would be all right because he's a former world champion, but still, it's still not the fight we want to see. We want to see him against Gervonta. And then Gervonta is going to end up fighting probably the rematch against fucking Isaac Cruz or even fucking this motherfucking dumbass over here. What's his name? Rowley. I mean, they were talking about that guy too from PBC that looks like Muhammad Ali, something Rivera. Like, dude, watch. Was just gonna keep talking, chirping back and forth, and they ain't even gonna fight each other and fight fighters that nobody asked for. Nobody asked for. And we got August 13th, we got Delfimo coming up. Yeah, Delfimo, like always, talking out of his ass, trying to sound tough while he's fighting some nobody. I mean, I wouldn't be giving him shit, Delfimo Lopez, for fighting this fucking nobody, but I mean, like, dude, just fight the guy. Shut the fuck up. When he fucking signed up to fight him, he was on social media talking out of his ass. And he was trying to justify. He was embarrassed himself that he's fighting a nobody. I mean, nobody was really gonna give you shit for it, man. You fought a heroic fight. That last fight against Cambosos, you had just beaten Loma, and you fought a heroic fight, man. You lost, and then you had to come up with all those fucking excuses. Manny Pacquiao way. You gotta go the Manny Pacquiao way. Excuses galore. You had too much air in your lungs. Whatever the fuck that means, bro. Bro, isn't that what's supposed to be in your fucking lungs? And then using excuses after excuses, and then you're making excuses and justifying why you're fighting this bum going up to 140. Like, we could understand if you would have just said, yeah, it's my first fight at 140. I'm coming off a loss. That's it. No, you had to come up with this stupid shit that trying to build this narrative that everybody at 140 was scared of you. They all turned down the fight against you. And that's when all the fighters at 140 started coming out like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, they were all down to fight you. Like, they put you on the spot. Like, see how a lot of motherfuckers like try to like control the narrative in the media, and they fail like miserably. This is one of them. Like, dude, like, nobody was gonna crucify you fighting this fucking bum, bro. Fought a heroic fight and you lost like a warrior after beating Loma, and now you're moving up in weight like a rebound fight. Why the fuck you gotta talk out of your ass like that, man? Some people don't get it, man. How they gonna come across and just talk out of their ass. And then this is the same fucking Delfimo that was fucking crucifying fucking Deontay Wilder and talking shit about Deontay Wilder when Wilder was having all those excuses and when he lost that second fight against Tyson Fury. And he turned around and turned out to be the same, even worse. Like, just own it, bro. That's it. Where the excuse he was having why he lost to fucking Cambosos, that the zone had robbed them on purpose because they already had that fight set up between Cambosos and Haney. And at the end, Haney versus Cambosos happened on ESPN because the zone passed up on that. They don't want to match the price that ESPN put up to make that fight happen. So tell me again how the zone robbed you, Delfimo? Fucking pendejo, man. Talking out of his ass. Some fools just go to an extreme extent to fucking come up with excuses like ridiculous, man. You thought fucking Deontay Wilder was better with that fucking the suit being too heavy? Shit. No, that was bad. But he just created a little army of fucking other fuckers to be like him. Delfimo's like, yeah, I want to be like Wilder. First he criticized Wilder, and then it looked like he wants to be like him. Fuck, coming up with these stupid ass excuses, conspiracy theories and shit. These same motherfuckers they try to like demand respect, demand fucking yeah, demand respect. That's what they're doing, and at the same time, they're fucking coming up with this disgraceful fucking excuses, man. Emmanuel Navarrete coming up too, August 20th. And then we got that OC versus AJ fight. That one I have a bad feeling about. AJ versus Usyk. Fuck, AJ's gonna rob Usyk. Oh, here's the video of that sparring where the guy died. So the one that died is the one that had the headgear on. Oh, he was bad. Oh, he wasn't right. Wow, look at that. Look at those pay-per-view prices. Man. Damn. The UK really got it that bad. Huh? Meanwhile, we got over here fucking Jake Paul, $60, but they complain about 26 of it. Oh, look at that headline. AJ counting on beating Usyk. I'm telling you, man, the robbery's in full effect. Watch. Of course he's gonna feel like that. Yeah, this right here, I talked about it last week. Like, dude, if it happens, Tyson Fury versus that guy from Game of Thrones, it's just gonna be the equivalent of Muhammad Ali back in the day when he fought that WWE wrestler Antonio Inoki. Why? Because they were holding world titles hostage. When Muhammad Ali fought that fight back then against that wrestler, he was the current world champion of the world, heavyweight world champion of the world, and he held that fucking title hostage. And he went and he fought his fucking exhibition against that fucking wrestler. Well, the same thing's gonna happen right here if it happens. Tyson Fury is a current heavyweight world champion of the world, holding on to that WBC. And next month is already AJ versus Usyk. The winner is obviously going to be waiting for the winner to fight against Fury for the undisputed title. So if this happens, that Fury fights the guy from Game of Thrones, the same shit as what Muhammad Ali did. But remember the outrage and all that bullshit they were mad about Mayweather because he fought McGregor, because he fought all these other exhibitions when he was retired and never held the world title hostage. But they were mad about that. Keep that same energy. No, this fight right here, like I was talking about earlier, like I was looking forward to it, and like in a way where I was gonna be cheering and hoping that Danny Garcia wins. Now it's like, man, when he made that statement that excuses that he was 50% against Spence all these years later. I'm still looking forward to the fight, but it's kind of like I'm not really a big fan anymore of Danny Garcia. What he's doing this to. excuses. Come on, man. Taking the Manny Pacquiao way. Come on. Yeah, you see, so this is what Cambosis came out saying too. Delfimo, stop being a bitch. Take the loss like a man, because he's just coming up with stupid ass excuses. Stupid ass excuses like, there was too much air in my lungs. Like, that what's supposed to be in your fucking lungs? Okay. Yeah, Luis Ortiz, 43-year-old Luis Ortiz. I mean, I counting him out. Like I said, he don't have any wear and tear besides the two knockouts by fucking Wilder. So we'll see. He's still dangerous, but I don't know. Maybe Andy Ruiz should come out with the victory. He should, but you never know. Like I said, he looked kind of vulnerable. Andy Ruiz in his last fight.